So Kyle, you're 22 and just in your second year in the league, but you've been putting up some great numbers recently. What do you attribute that success to?
Just going out there and focusing on helping the team. Not doing so much scoring, but other things, rebounding, trying to get some steals. Go out there with the mindset of playing defense.
Now, your dad was a high school basketball coach. How did he help develop your game, and are there some things that you still look to or things that he has said then that you use now?
I talk to him after every game, and the one thing that he's always told me to this day, and before, is rebound. But I think he's taught me how to play the game, and seeing the game, using your IQ. I think that's one of the biggest things that he's taught me, and it's helped me this whole way.
A lot of the guys talk about the lingo and the terminology being so different here at the Spurs. Have you found that to be true, and how long did it take you to get that down pat?
Yeah, well, this is the only lingo I know being here in my second year, so it did take me a while for me to actually understand everything.
And you feel like you kind of found your rhythm with that?
Yeah, definitely. I catch myself helping some of the new guys that come along, so I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable with it.
What have you picked up from Timmy, Manu, and Tony over the last 2 years?
If you're on the floor with those guys, Hall of Famers, and they're giving their all, you got to try to get better. So that definitely rubs off. So that's what I enjoyed most about playing with those three guys.
Have they passed any advice along onto you?
I can remember after a bad game, things didn't go my way, and Timmy just telling me when we get off the plane to, keep your head, there's a next one coming up soon. So that really meant a lot to me, and it helped me out to, just have a short memory and get ready for the next one.
So before being drafted, many people had compared you to Boris Diaw. Do you see any of those similarities now that he's a teammate, or is there anything from his game that you try to imitate?
Yeah, I see similarities. Both unselfish. I think he has a better back to the basket game, and that's something I want to develop as my career goes on later down the line. I definitely took that first year to watch how he moves, watch how he does things, how he sees the game, and I ask him a lot of questions. So he's been a great help to me.
Is he still one of the main veterans that you go to for advice, or is there anybody else on the team that you've kind of gravitated to?
I would say I'm pretty comfortable with everybody. I think everybody knows that I'm going to ask questions, and that's what makes us so great. Is everybody's pretty family oriented. Everybody wants to help everybody.
It was a total kid takeover as the Spurs hosted the Warriors for this season's Silver and Black Give Back Night. More than 30 students from the nonprofit's annual Team Up Challenge shadowed Spurs staff members throughout the game, learning firsthand what it takes to be professional dancers, photographers, hosts, and more.
The opportunity to reach out to Emerald and help her to have the same passion as I do was awesome today.
It was cool to go behind the scenes and see what other people do for the jobs.
Before tip-off, this year's Team Up Challenge champions were recognized and awarded $20,000 each to further their school's unique service learning projects. To learn more about this year's winners, visit teamupchallenge.com.
We know that Spurs are very highly involved in our community. We're involved with the military, with veterans, but they're also involved with teachers, particularly through our affiliation with the Texas Lottery. The Texas Lottery has raised billions, that's billions with a B, billions of dollars that go to Texas education. And many of the folks here tonight are Teachers of the Month that are recognized by the Texas Lottery. So in conjunction and partnership with the Texas Lottery, the Spurs, they salute teachers and education.
My name is Mallory, and I've been a Silver Dancer for 2 years. Game day has always been my favorite, when we outdoors greeting the fans and then dancing on the court and just having fun with everyone. I personal train. I've been doing it for about 2 or 3 years. To me, that's just a big blessing to see them, go from day one and then 12 weeks later, they're basically at their goal already. So I feel blessed that I get to have a part in their development. I'm always up for a challenge, and like I love pushing myself, whether it's in the gym or in the dance or, in the court, whatever I'm doing. I love to dance. Dancing's always been one of my favorite things to do since I was 8. It was a hobby, it was a pastime, and just to build that into a career. And then growing up a Spurs fan, so now that I'm here and I'm dancing for them, it's completely unreal. Like, I feel really blessed.
Texas Senate Bill 11 allows people with concealed handgun license to carry concealed handguns in permitted areas on campus. Although there have been passionate arguments on both sides, many students say they feel safer knowing they will be able to have their guns on campus.
I do feel safe. Like, if you take the classes, if you take the certification, and if you practice with it, naturally you're going to feel safe.
Some of the veterans at Texas State say they can now stop a possible threatening situation if needed.
If the veterans on campus, especially the veterans who were trained in the combat arts, like the infantry, Cav Scouts, though I hate to admit it, had been armed, they know how to operate in a situation like that.
Gun owners who have children say gun education is very important.
I have a stepson, he's 17 now, and the rule's always been in our home, if you find a gun and it's something that you want to touch or pick up, that all they have to do is ask.
Holders of concealed handgun licenses in Texas have been able to carry concealed handguns on campus, but not in buildings since 1995. For Bobcat Update, I'm Tessa Andrade.
A Texas State senior held the undivided attention of numerous students this afternoon in the LBJ Amphitheater.
And she's over there half naked on the table with a bunch of food.
Studio art senior Monica Roosevelt is no stranger to making statements on Texas State's campus. Roosevelt attracted national attention last April for her performance piece on the objectification of women. Now Roosevelt is gaining attention for pouring ketchup on herself and having people eat fries off of her body. She says it's all for art.
We're basically satisfying our emotional and physical needs in the same way that we satisfy hunger. We crave it, we want it, and then we get it, but then the satisfaction goes away, and it's almost like you're on to the next thing.
Roosevelt says her performance was intended to create a conversation about modern-day dating among young people. She says mobile dating apps such as Tinder and Grindr have changed the rituals of romance and created a hookup culture.
Many students had a lot to say about the spectacle taking place in the amphitheater.
I feel really bad for her because she's obviously going through something, and I think those people that are taking pictures with her and are taking pictures of her are disgusting, honestly. I don't understand it.
I knew she wanted the attention, so I went out and gave her the attention to make her project look better.
Although there was a lot of commotion, one can only assume she got her point across. For Bobcat Update, I'm Tessa Andrade.
Many young women from the San Marcos area will have an opportunity this weekend to find their dream dress at no cost. El Buen Pastor Church is hosting its second annual prom dress giveaway. To be eligible, students must be 14 to 19 years old and have a current student ID.
Some of these dresses do have price tags. We were actually shocked last year. One of our most expensive dresses was $1,100.
Janie Perez is the founder of the event. Perez says she wants girls to have the opportunities she didn't when she was in high school.
Why don't we, save these dresses and maybe we can come about and get more dresses. I didn't go to prom. I didn't have the money to go. My mom was a single mom and it was hard for us to do anything like that.
This event gives girls the opportunity to attend a high school rite of passage without having to worry about the financial strain.
It just gives the girls a freedom that they have before they get out into the real world and have to experience, I have to pay for this, I have to do this, and they're able to get their last hurrah in high school.
The Church Up's second annual prom dress giveaway will be held this Saturday at El Buen Pastor Church from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. For Bobcat Update, I'm Tessa Andrade.